Verses 31 through 35. Do not envy the violent or choose any of their ways. For the Lord detests the perverse, but takes the upright into his confidence. The Lord's curse is on the house of the wicked, but he blesses the home of the righteous. He mocks proud mockers, but shows favor to the humble and oppressed. The wise inherit honor, but fools get only shame. So these verses start with a blanket statement. Do not envy the violent. Do not choose any of their ways. Don't stray from wisdom. And then this chapter ends with 4 verses, and each one of these verses is antithetical parallelism. Anybody remember what that means? Yes. The second part of the verse says the opposite of what the first part of the verse says. Okay? So, verse 32. For the Lord detests the perverse, but takes the upright into his confidence. By the way, what's one of the indicators that this is antithetical parallelism? Look for what word? But. There you go. There you go. So it says the Lord detests the perverse. The word perverse means to turn aside or to depart. And it says that the Lord detests those who turn from him and his ways. When you think of detest, what do you think of? A hatred. Yeah, absolutely. So it says that he detests those who turn from him and his ways. It doesn't say that the Lord detests the turning aside, although that is true too, but that he detests the one who turns aside. Wow, that's serious. That is serious. But the Lord, the second part, but the Lord takes the upright, the godly, into his confidence. That means that God puts trust in us and that there's close intimacy. Verse 33 says, the Lord's curse is on the house, which means the home or the family of the wicked. But the Lord blesses the home and family of the righteous. Verse 34, the Lord mocks proud mockers. The idea here is that God looks down his nose at those who look down their nose at others. God has no respect, no honor for them. But the Lord shows favor. He lifts up, he honors the humble and those oppressed. Okay, verse 35. The wise inherit honor, but fools get only shame. What do you notice about this verse? The 3 previous verses, 32, 33, and 34, remember it's antithetical parallelism. Those 3 verses, he starts out with the bad news, okay? And he ends with the good news. And then here at the very last verse, the shortest of all, he does just the opposite. He starts out with the good news, and he ends with the bad news. Why do you think Solomon would do that? Yeah, and he draws attention to it, okay? He draws attention to it. He says here, the wise, those who pursue wisdom and seek to live out wisdom will be honored by God. But fools, those full of themselves and not utterly dependent on God and seeking wisdom, they only get shame. They will be held in disgrace and contempt by God. So wisdom is more valuable than silver and gold and rubies. And we had better pursue wisdom and seek wisdom.